Intelligence, consciousness, and educated people, or conscious people and educated people. A lot of people think those three titles, those three, words are one and the same. People naturally assume that educated people are intelligent people. People assume that conscious people are intelligent people. Not so. Not at all. It's important that we know this as black people in the new millennium, as we are looking to advance into the future, advance our way of thinking into the future. We can no longer depend on other people, outsiders. I'll say it, the white man. We can't depend on the white man, East Indian, all these other people to define what intelligence is to us, because he'll have you believe that educated people are intelligent people. He'll have you believe that well-read people who study the blueprint, who look into the books and consume tons and tons of information, are intelligent people. Not so. And we're going to prove that tonight. We're going to prove that without a shadow of a doubt. Intelligent, educated, and conscious. The good, bad, and ugly mindsets. I am the intellectual ɪṛᴜᴜᴜᴜ, and this is State of Mental Radio. Intelligent, educated, and conscious. Educated people. I'm going to give you the breakdown, the difference. Educated people. These are the people who pursue higher education, who value information. They see value in information. They consume tons and tons of information just to be well-informed, educated, so that they can hold a conversation. To them, this comes off as being intelligent, well-read people, right? Consume tons of information. They're goddamn walking the thesauruses, dictionaries, trivial pursuit. What's the trivial information? You understand that's what the educated people are. These are the people that go to school, and a lot of times they turn into professional students. They'll go to college 4 years, 5 years, and they get all these degrees, master's degrees, doctorates, and all the top degrees in college that says that you are qualified, that you are educated to hold a job, to hold a position, an acceptable position in society. Black people, they go, the educated ones who go to college, the majority of them, they go to college, as I said before, just to get a piece of paper, degree, just so they can frame it, put it on the goddamn wall, and look at it and say, I'm an educated black man. You see these things where these guys got these shirts, danger, educated black man. Yeah, and that's supposed to mean something. That's supposed to make people go, oh, he's educated. He's dangerous. He knows something. Do you know the first form of education black people received in this country? The first form of education that black people received in this country was slave education, training. As soon as you got off the goddamn slave ships, you started being educated in this country. Education, or to educate someone, is just another way of saying that you're being trained. It's saying that you're being trained to think a certain way, to think in a certain formation, which is why they give you information, to make you think in a formation. They train you. The white man, when he took you off the ships, he went through a process of breaking you and training you, retraining you to serve, worship, and obey his words, his commands, his orders. This is how he educated you. This was your education, your slave education. This is what you received at the hands of your white slave masters. You also received it at the hands of the Arabs as well. Your Arab slave masters, they educated you. They made you good, workable niggas, right? Follow without question like dogs. And they likened it unto that. They likened training you aka giving you your slave education as training an animal. Like they would train a mule, like they would train a horse or whatever animal to do things for them at their command. Break the horse, break the mule, break whatever the animal, and get it to obey, to work for them, to utilize their power, to serve them. Hasn't changed in this society. When a lot of you black people, y'all go to universities, colleges, whatever, and you look to receive education, right? You look to get that degree, that diploma, that whatever, doctorate, whatever you look to get, just so you can be the important nigga, the important Negro, so that you can get 53, 63 thou, 100 thou a year and wear nice Brook Brothers suits or three-piece suits and things like this, so you can be important, right? That's why you do it. You do it out of a selfish mentality, low mentality. Your mindset is, I'm going to get a job at this firm, I'm going to work myself into the system with my education, because that's all your education truthfully does. It buys you into the system. If they feel like letting you in, because it's like 1,000 of you educated Negroes who you think that you're a danger. It's 1,000 of you out there in society, millions of you out there in society with your doctorates and your degrees and these things, and basically nothing. You attend colleges, the majority of black people attend colleges for nothing. And what I mean by that is you attend to get degrees in nonsense, business, African studies, liberal arts, fine arts, whatever, psychology, all kind of garbage you go to school for, but you will not go and take up technical things like medicine, like law, like dentistry, real things that challenge you. See, intelligent people go to school for that. That's the difference. Intelligent people, if they're going to take out a goddamn school loan, they're going to have a goddamn school loan out for things like that, things that are going to benefit them in the world, where they can go someplace and actually set up a practice, and they'll always be needed. All right? That's what intelligent people go to school for. There's a difference. There's intelligent people in college, and there's educated people. Majority of the blacks are there for education. They're there to be trained like good citizen niggas in society, to get their piece of paper on the wall, just so they can, say, I got this degree in this, and I got this degree in education and whatnot, and I had this, and you ain't doing a damn thing with it but collecting boasting rights. That's your whole purpose for getting it. I always applaud black people, black men, black women who go to college and go to enhance their intelligence rather than to further their education. I'm going to say it again. I applaud black people who go to college to enhance their intelligence rather than to further their education. Because when you furthering your education, you're just furthering the lock on your mind. You're just furthering the grip on your mind, the grip on your thinking. You're making the box smaller and smaller that you already think within already. You are doing nothing but tightening the noose on your neck, or I should say your mind. You are confining and conforming your way of thinking to theirs, to the white man, to his society when you are becoming educated. That's why he pushes education in your face over technical knowledge, which is real intelligence. You understand? He doesn't push our people, he doesn't push, advocate our people being doctors and lawyers. Even though he's not supposed to, he does that for his children. He's not supposed to advocate anything for our children. We're supposed to advocate for that for our own children. We're supposed to advocate them going to school to take up medicine, law, agricultural, engineering, architecture, real courses of study, not BS. Not business and psychology and all kind of crap, so you got to run to him and get a job. See, when you do stuff like that, when you take up real technical things, things that require skill, things that's a real profession, you understand? Those are professions. What you niggas go to school for is jobs. You You know, and then you'll always be at the mercy of people who don't want to hire you. So you sat up there and you collected all these degrees, and you sat and you said to yourself, "Oh damn, you know, I went there, and you know I can't get a job. You know, I can't get a job when I get out. I wonder why I can't get a job." Nigga, you can't get a job because the whole point was to get you to go there to educate you. You understand? That was the whole point. There's no job for you. Hell, the white man ain't got no job for his own people. You really think he's going to hire you? And it's about 1 million of you begging for jobs? That's like these niggas in Hollywood who step here and they all compete for one acting role. One acting role for and 1,000 black people competing for it. Good luck with that. See, this is what the educated do. They run in circles. They run in circles and they chase positions and jobs and whatnot. And these people always end up, the majority of them end up working at a job that has nothing to do with what they went to school for. They owe all these school loans and they're not doing anything. These niggas that go to college, they really crack me up for business. They really crack me up. You know, business is common sense. The greatest businessmen didn't go to business school. Business, the so-called science of business was set up after the methods that they laid down. People like John D. Rockefeller, Andrew Carnegie, the men that built this country, the Mellons and all these people, businessmen, savvy people, people who dealt with natural intelligence. Yeah, some of the white men do possess some form of natural intelligence because they come out of us. They have a lot of our genetic in them. So some of them do possess natural intelligence. Some of them do possess the ability to generate ideas and pick up on a higher frequency. Some of them do. You know, that's intelligence. Intelligence cannot be taught. It will not be taught by way of education. No one can teach you how to be intelligent. No one can teach you how to think. They can put you into a box because that's what education does. Just like the training of slaves. They are teaching you what and how to think. They are limiting your way of thinking when you take up these things. That's why they steer our people away from the technical knowledge and the science and things like that. And our people stay away from it because it requires anything that requires effort, anything that requires real study, any real application, the majority of our people stay away from. So whenever I see black people going to school to be doctors and lawyers and things like that, you know, it really, you know, I applaud them because it takes a lot of effort and energy. It takes a lot of sacrifice, and that's something the majority of black people don't want to do. They want to get in, they want to take easy-ass courses, get, you know, and pass and get out and get their diploma and degree. They say things like, oh, damn, you know, I don't want to be no doctor. That take too long. I don't want to be no lawyer. That take too long. You got a lot of studying to do. I hear that all the time. I don't want to be no dentist. I don't want to learn no agricultural engineering, things that would really build a society or a nation or make you independent in society. You don't want to do. You want to be dependent in society. That's why you go and seek an education so you could get a goddamn job. You understand that? That's why you do that. That's why the majority of our people do that. They still think they got a job waiting for them when they get out of college. And even if you do, how long you think it's going to last? How long you think that's going to last? Like I said, they don't even have room enough to employ their own people. They downsizing like crazy in these corporations. Why pay you? You understand? Why pay you to do something when I could heap your work on somebody else and fire you and keep that money for myself? That's the thinking. Downsizing. Sending work out of the country through NAFTA and all these other places. That was the whole point of that. Getting people to do it for $5 an hour, less than that. Slave labor. So you people, and see, like I said, the beast hasn't changed. He still has a slave labor mentality. You don't want to pay nobody for nothing. So you people need to really, you so-called educated Negroes who are in college so you can get your degree in education and business and philosophy and black studies, liberal arts, and all that bull. You understand? Just so you can have your degree, you can have your bragging rights. You niggas that are there for that, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for all that debt you're gonna go into, pursuing these things. I tell the intelligent, the 1% of our people who are pursuing these things and whatnot, change your majors. Go to school for something that matters. If you are gonna be business people, you got to get out in the world and do business. See, I'm a businessman. See, I got a small beverage company here in Brooklyn, New York, and I just up and just started doing stuff. I didn't think about it. I didn't really put, business is 95% common sense. You understand? 95% common sense. Well, let me change the number system around. I said about 75% intelligence, 25% balls. I said balls. You got to have courage, conviction. You have to have the want inside you, the tenacity to want to make it happen. That's how you're going to succeed in business. You understand that? I got plenty of that. That's me. I don't care. I don't care about failing and starting over. That's just me. The majority of people don't have that. The majority of you look for a nice cushy degree or whatever to hide up under, just in case you fall on your ass. You educated people. Majority of you pursue these degrees just so that you can go on speaking circuits and talk down to people and use words and whatnot, just to have it I have a degree in this and in education and stuff like that, and I'm gonna diagnose this, that, and with my degree in education. Some of the most smartest people, right? Well, let me just go ahead and just do it. I'm gonna name some intelligent people. Dr. Sebi, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Dr. Malachi York, Berry Gordy, John H. Johnson. Those were intelligent men. Right? About 4 or 5 of them didn't go to college. Yet they built something, and it's more, but they built things that will last in the memories of people forever. They affected people's lives forever. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad was an intelligent man, though he wasn't well-spoken. Very intelligent man. People think that Malcolm X was intelligent when he really wasn't. Malcolm X was conscious, but he wasn't intelligent. Elijah Muhammad was very intelligent. What is intelligent? Intelligent are people who are in tune with a higher state of knowledge. People who have the ability to see the big picture. Those are the real intelligent people. Not some nigga who went to college or whatnot to get educated, to get a degree, to get a job, who got a degree in English and all this other stuff and whatnot. Not those niggas. Those are not intelligent people. Because obviously there's no intelligence there if you think you're going to get a job from the white man or how you think it's going to last. Some of you might do that. That might happen. But the smart money, the intelligent money, is on pursuing professions. Like I said, law, medicine, science, things like that you can set up your own shop and do for yourself, really. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad, man, had a 3rd grade education. Like I said, certain people talking about that's some Masonic term or whatever. He wasn't a well-spoken man. He didn't go to college, right? Yet this man set up an educational system, grades 1 through 12 in the University of Islam. Yet you got niggas that's going around here today with educational degrees that's talking about education all the time, but they ain't setting up nothing. You got certain niggas, they could write all these books on education, miseducation of the black boys and whatnot, but why they ain't setting up schools? Right? Why are they not doing that? Why aren't they setting up schools? Why are they not advocating, a better educational system for your children? With all these so-called educated and conscious people, they done read all these goddamn books. They consumed all this useless-ass information about the ᴍɪᴜᴜᴜ and all this other nonsense and Pan-Africanism, but they can't educate your babies into the future. They can't educate their own children. They still send their children to the white man's school. They can't. Their children are not taking up science and medicine and law and things like that. Things that a society needs. Why is that? They're not intelligent enough to understand because they keep talking about nation building, but nobody advocates that. An intelligent person would advocate that. See, intelligence is not something that can be taught. It is something that can be enhanced, but it cannot be taught. There has to be a spark there. And how you further that spark is by following that design or following that line, by making that connection, by doing what is not popular in the populace of doing. It's not popular for black people to be or follow the line of intelligence. It's not popular. Like I said, you ask any black person about the average black kids that's in college now, you ask them about, yo, brother, you pursuing, or sister, you pursuing a degree in medicine or law? Oh, nah, hell, that's too hard. All right. What is your degree in? Liberal arts, business, what else? What else? Technical assistant or something, or some nonsense. Right? That's all done purposely. Here in New York, they put these things on the train where, I call it for the flunky schools. That's where you can go and become a technical medical assistant or some kind of assistant to somebody, some assistant to some white man. They put all these things up there just so you can be a flunky. And they want the blacks and the Latinos to go to these bootleg side schools where you go to school online and all this other bull, you know what I'm saying? And you get some degree where hopefully you're going to get a job. You know why they do that? They want to keep you in perpetual slavery. You understand? They don't want you to have the technical knowledge, that which the intelligent ones seek, the tekinu. We had a word like that in Egypt called tekinu. Tekken, electric, technical knowledge. I say none of these words are really new. They're just in an advanced state. You understand? That's intelligence. That's intelligence. You focus your attention on greater things. See, intelligent people, they focus their attention on touching the masses of people. Dr. Sebi, I mentioned, man cured AIDS. Man cured cancer. And people think to this day it's a hoax, that he really didn't do that. Yeah, he was in this New York Times and all that, and they wrote him up as the man cured cancer and AIDS, but they killed that story real fast. Now, you know how the white man is in his newspapers. If he going to call a black man a fraud or a con artist or whatever, he'll do it. He'll do it. He would have took his chance to rip Dr. Sebi apart, but he couldn't do it because people came who had AIDS and all this other stuff, and he cured them. Man ain't got no medical degree, but he knows compounds. He knows chemical compounds and how to put together herbs and stuff like that to cure. Man's a scientist, natural scientist. Why? Because he had that intelligence in him already. He had that spark. Many of our people don't have the spark. A lot of them have been so downgraded, submentally downgraded, that all they can do is, make stupid comments and act ignorant. They contribute nothing. You understand that? Even the educated contribute nothing. All they're good for is being good parrots for the white man. They are out here to push his philosophy. They're out here to push, and they don't do it. A lot of times they don't do it consciously. They do it subconsciously. They're just helping to push his philosophy. And this is what the white man educates them for, so that he gets another nigga to go out here and infect the minds of the people with his philosophy, with his opinions, with his ideology. That's why he educates you. Same way he gave a few slaves the education, the slave education, beat the hell out of them, did whatever he would, so he could go and tell the other slaves, this is how it's going to be. This is the standard that's being set on this plantation. Same way he educates a few of you so that you can go out and set the standard. Hell, he educates you through his TV. He educates you through his music, through his radio. He educates you. He educates you niggas in the hood who's standing on the corner with your pants hanging off your ass. He educates y'all. Y'all educated. Y'all educated on how to be niggas, because the first nigga in society was the white man. When y'all came to the hoods from the Caribbean, when y'all came from down south, and y'all came up here north, the white man was doing all that stuff. He was standing on the corner smoking opium. It was opium at the time, it wasn't weed. He was robbing and stealing, shooting dice, selling drugs. They were doing, selling heroin at the time, playing dice. All the gangsters like your Lucky Lucianos, your Maya Lansky, the Jewish and the Italian gangs, they was doing all of that. The Irish gangsters. And when you blacks came into these sections in the city in Chicago and New York and things like that, those was your first niggas. They taught you how to be a nigga. They taught y'all. So when you black men think y'all talking smart, and all you niggas are doing is mimicking the white man. When you got your pants off your ass, you got that slick slang talk that you niggas do, you just copying the damn white man because you've been educated. You've been educated on how to be a nigga. Just like you guys and you guys and girls in the college system who go there and you're not taking up technical knowledge, you being educated on how to be a good citizen nigga. You the guys, like I said, you the guys and girls that get your little degrees in nothing. Then you start going around thinking, like I said, things like your vote count. You start having the same concerns as everybody in the society. So like I said, you play ball, you play along, right? Because you receive your thinking, you receive your knowledge from the beast. And if you receive your knowledge from the beast, from mankind, then your knowledge is always going to be limited. I don't give a damn how many goddamn degrees you got, how much you walk around with your chest stuck out. You understand that? You got your knowledge from him. The true and intelligent people, those who are in tune, because the word intel, the word intel means one who is in tune, one who is in tune, that inner chosen communication, those who are in tune with higher intelligence. The ones who generate images in their head, higher knowledge, higher inspiration in their heads, those people who are in tune. That's your Dr. Sabis, your Dr. Yorks, your Elijah Muhammads, myself. You understand that? Those are your really intelligent people. And intelligent people will come amongst them. And they usually leave the educated and the conscious dumbfounded, because their level of knowledge is not on the same level as the educated and the conscious. It's higher. You understand that? They might not be the most well-spoken people. They might not be the most, people. You might consider them somewhat arrogant. I've been told I was arrogant. I thought it was funny, but they are in tune. They know something that you don't. These people see the bigger picture. They got a broader spectrum, broader scope. They see beyond the white man and his philosophy, his educational system, his modern day trained slave system, where you can't think outside the box, where you're trapped. These people in the conscious thing, much as they talk about the white man, because if you notice in the news, in the feed, I got a picture of a dog, right? And the dog is like looking, and he's staring into the camera. That dog is conscious. All the word conscious means is that you're aware. Doesn't mean that you're intelligent. It means you're aware. You are born as a baby and you are aware on a certain level. Doesn't mean you're intelligent. Doesn't mean that you know what's really going on around you. You're awake. You're conscious. The conscious people, they are the people who they're focused on. Their focus is the past. Right? You hear them talking about Africa and Egypt and all these things like that. But if they were really intelligent, the intelligent ones would be the ones who would focus on the future. That's like I said, I gave the analogy of a flashlight in my one of my Facebook postings. I said, if you turn the goddamn flashlight on and I point the light in back of me, yet I'm facing forward, the light is not going to work for me. If I point the light on me, then the light is not going to work for me. But if I point the light ahead, then the light is going to work great, because I can see what's ahead of me. I can see into the future. That light represents intelligence. The other two represent education and consciousness. That's what the majority of our people have come to. The educated and the conscious. You focus on the past and you focus on the present when you should be focusing on the goddamn future. The intelligent ones think about the future. That's why the white man controls you niggas. He controls you because all you think about is the past, and you get these simple-minded Negroes keeping you thinking about the present. The present, you worry about politics. You worry about, what's going on and the president and what's going on with the politics and, all kind of simple-minded nonsense, trying to get a date and all this garbage, but you're not thinking about the future. They don't want you thinking about the future in this society because thinking about the future would be considered thinking outside the box for black people because the majority of y'all don't think about the future. You don't think about it for your children. You don't think about it for yourself. You don't look at that as a way to alter your situation by thinking on the future. By you thinking on the future, that is a sign of intelligence. Because as you think on the future, as your focus is on the future, your scope, your vision broadens. You start to see things that other people don't see who are around you because they are focused on the present. They are focused on the past. The conscious people, like I said, they consume all of these books. They consume all of these, all of this useless information that can't help them as people. They just end up being trivial dictionaries and trivial, what's the word I want to use? They end up being trivial encyclopedias for black knowledge and science and things like that, but it can't help them. It can't teach babies who need to survive in the world. They can't teach them how to survive on their own, to stand on their own. It can't do nothing for them. Do you ever see these people advocating that? You ever wonder why? They don't advocate. Nobody in the so-called conscious movement advocates the future. And if they talk about the future, they're talking about it from the perspective of the white man. There's nobody advocating or speaking on the future from a perspective of ours, or from clarity, or from a perception, or from a vision of us. Everybody's speaking on it from the white man. That's why you hear stupid stuff like Negroes talking about chips and things like that, and they don't even understand what the chip is. They talking about things based on what's this guy's name, David Icke, or they talking about Barack Obama. Or they talking about they giving their swing on things based on what the white man's information that he put out in his newspapers and in his so-called conspiracy books. When of course he's going to misinform you. Of course he's going to miseducate you because that's his job, to throw you off. And the majority of these people teach that or keep that going in a rotation within these so-called conferences or within these in this so-called mindset. You got Negroes still talking about spies and FBI and CIA spies like somebody back in the 60s somewhere. That's your conscious people. They actually think the CIA or the FBI are worried about them. Madness. Intelligent people are few amongst our people. The intelligent people are a hybrid or a high group of people within the black race. Those who have the ability to see beyond what's being shown to us. Those who see the bigger picture. As the picture gets bigger, as the picture gets more defined in higher dimensions and higher states, so shall we start to inherit our mental capabilities, our intellectual capability here on this realm. That's supposed to be the evolution of our people, the intelligence. The intelligence represents messages. That's what the intelligence really represents, intel. What does the white man ask for? He gives you, as I said, information while he seeks intel, intelligence. We'll be right back. The white man does something in society when he sees intelligent black children. You know what he does? He watches the school systems. He watches for the children, especially the black children who have really high grades, who have intelligence. He looks for the intelligent black children, the ones who are going to go to school to be doctors, the ones who are going to go to school who excel in medicine, excel in science, who excel in math, and all these things. He watches for those type of children. You know why? Because he recognizes intelligence. And when he sees that in black children, he takes them and puts them in all kinds of programs. Next thing you know, he's coming to certain parents, the parents of those intelligent black children, and he's putting them in programs. And what he's doing is he's trying to get those children further away from the black community. Proof positive of that is people like your Dr. Ben Carson, black brain surgeon, right? People like it was a few black people they did that with. But Ben Carson comes to mind. He's in the news feed, brother with the beard. You know, it's natural and whatnot. He had a story on his life. Man, like I said, they got him somewhere up in Boston. They had him up somewhere in Boston. I believe he's still living. They had him somewhere up in Boston around white people. You know, ain't nothing but white people up there. In the whitest part, he was working around them in their hospitals for them, taking them out from amongst the black, so-called black community or the black race. They take the intelligent people and they leave you educated niggas amongst the black race, so that you can dispatch the nonsense of the white man. You can dispatch his trained orders or his trained way of thinking. He wants the intelligent people. He wants them on his team. All that's done for a reason. They look for prodigies and geniuses. That's why they set up things like programs for prodigies, who they call prodigies and geniuses and things like that. They take them real quick. So you might have a lot of young black kids who are growing up in the hood, and they that way, but they make sure you don't really hear from them because they take them quickly. They educate them. They're going to schools that they set up somewhere, some places in Connecticut or some place way across the country where you know, the parents can, you know, the kids come home and visit the family and whatnot. They go to see them, but they have these kids in intensive studies to enhance their intelligence, not to educate them. They're kept away from the educated. They are enhancing their intelligence to utilize it later. The three breakdowns of conscious, educated, and intelligent. Educated people are focused on the past. Conscious people are focused on the present. Intelligent people are focused on the future. I'm going to say it again. Educated people are focused on the past. Why I say that is because what is the educational system? Is it not curriculum that was made up over a period of time? You study in history and things of that nature. So it's based on a curriculum that was laid out, a foundation that was laid out by people over years and years of time. So you're following curriculum when you are educated that's been laid out by people with who you don't even know, people with opinions and people with philosophies and whatnot that laid that whole foundation down. So you are following teachings of the past. Your conscious people, they focus on the present. They worrying about what's going on in society. They consume information from today. They might take a little bit of information from the present. From the past, but they focus solely on the present. What's going on in society? What's taking place in politics? What's going on in the Middle East? They focus on all that stuff, even though the majority of that news that you're getting, or the majority of that information that you're getting, is manufactured information. The white man don't tell you the truth. He'll put stuff on his news, on his books, and his conspiracy books, and he'd be totally lying to you. He does that. He's not going to tell you what they really doing. I had a white man tell me one time, he said, hell, you want the truth? Don't watch American news. You got to watch the news. He told me what news to watch. I forgot what it was. I said, well, I'm not really interested. I already know what y'all do. I'm not interested. But thanks anyway. I said, no, I focus on the future. Intelligent people think about the future. They don't think about what's going on in the present or in the past. They focus on the future because, see, in the present and in the future, I always say the present and in the past are always in your rearview mirror. So why the hell am I going to focus on things that are in my rearview mirror? I would be more effective focusing on what's in front of me. That way I can shape it. You understand that? I can shape that because we're constantly moving into the future. The future is constantly coming. The past and present are always in the rearview mirror, just as you educated and conscious people are in the rear. You don't serve no purpose. That's why the white man tosses y'all to the damn side. He don't give a damn about y'all. He ain't giving you no jobs.
He don't take you niggas seriously. You niggas in the conscious community talking about spies and the FBI. He ain't thinking. The white man ain't thinking about you niggas. Y'all ain't no threat. You know, he ain't worried about y'all. The intelligent people, those are the ones who change the world. The ones who are in tune. You understand? They focus on intel in this society, not educated people and not conscious people. You just like they call them the sheeple. You like the ants. You understand that? You're the ants of the world amongst giants. You got giants here, people that manipulate your life every day based on your education and based on your so-called consciousness. Because you consume all that information. You niggas in the so-called conscious community, y'all big David Icke fans and all that nonsense, the conspiracy nuts and all that stuff, talking about what's going to go on in today and what the Bilderberg group is doing. Who gives a damn? Them white people been meeting in secret for years. Who cares? You understand that? Who gives a damn what they doing? They playing a part. They being used. They ain't in control of nothing. They being used. They keeping the order, sure, but they being used. Everybody here is being manipulated in some way, shape, or form. Even myself. Even myself. I just answer to a higher authority. That's just me. You know, call it God, call it whatever. I answer to the ascension. I answer to the children in the future. That's what I answer to. Those are the ones who dispatch intelligence. Your bloodline, your children, they are the God race. They are the ones that are dispatching future intelligence if you are in tune. Now, to the educated Negroes and the conscious Negroes who got their head up the white man's ass, who read his books and consume his information so they can sound smart because they really don't have that spark there and they need an artificial spark, i.e. the education and the conscious thing. They need an artificial spark from the white man to get it going in them so they can be animated Negroes and they can sound like they have some real conversation or some real intelligence when they clearly do not, because if you introduce something that's based in natural intelligence to them, they'll be stuck on stupid. They'll be stuck on stupid. That's what made the state of Mental different from everybody else in the knowledge of Mentellect, which we teach in the state of Mental. I said that Mentellect is focused on the future because, like I told you, somebody asked me before, they said, well, what is the difference between what you teach and what everybody else is teaching in the so-called conscious and blackness? I said, we teach on the future. Well, would you trying to form a cult or something? I said, no, we're not trying to form a cult because what we teach is not based on culture. It's not based on continents. It's not based on states. It's beyond that. This is mental knowledge. This is mental evolution. Our identity is based on the mind. It's based on mental evolution. It's based on simply being receivers of intelligence. That's our identity as Mentalian. That's who we really are, the intelligent ones of our people. But the ones of our people who are caught up in all of these different educated, conscious nonsense, you understand? They're nothing but modern-day slaves. That's all. They're nothing but modern-day trained niggas repeating the policy of the white man for the rest of the slaves. They have conversations, so-called intelligent conversations, where they're not doing nothing but repeating the same philosophy of the white man or something they read out of some modern-day book or some book about, some nonsense written by Freud and somebody, some psychological garbage. Niggas love to go to school, take up psychology. They love that. You educated niggas. Y'all really make me laugh. Y'all love to take up psychology. Just so you can you niggas only do it just so you can put a doctor in front of your name, so you can put a DR in front of your goddamn name. That's why you do it. Somebody asked me, this guy, Systems on Fire asked me, he said, oh, why doesn't, black people get together, and put together millions of dollars and start a school and educate the babies and stuff like that? I said, because trained slaves don't do things like that. Trained slaves don't do that. Educated slaves and conscious people don't do things like that. See, something like that would be considered a future move. You understand? What they do is based on present day move and past move. That is, go to school to be consumed by education or being consumed by trained ways of thinking. Ways of thinking that were already thought out for you. It's not there to enhance your intelligence. It's you go to school and they educate you to kill your intelligence. That's the whole point of it. To get you thinking like them, to adulterate you. You understand that? It's very simple. See, we got a lot of these people who want to give all these laid out things. They want to sound intelligent and smart. We don't need nobody sounding intelligent and smart. We don't need nobody trying to sound smart. We need intelligent people who are receiving higher intelligence to move forward. I said in the Facebook, I said, look, see it, do it, and think beyond it. See what is being done in the technical schools, medicine, math, and all this stuff. See it, learn it, and think beyond it. That's what I meant to say. See it, learn it, and think beyond it. Those are the 3 steps to becoming true gods and goddesses. Because you can't sit up here and tell me you a god and you a goddess and, you can't do anything to help our people. Your words are even with your words, you're doing nothing. You understand? Even with your words, you're doing nothing but recycling the nonsense from the white man, from his books. All you're doing is being a good parrot. That's all you educated and conscious niggas are, just parrots. You understand? You cultural niggas, y'all just parrots. Y'all concerned about the past. You concerned about culture. You concerned about nonsense that can't help our people in the future. You no different than the church people. That's a form of education. White Jesus. Christ, Christian. That's a form of education. Niggas talking about the chip and and all this stuff, but you can't even get yourself. You can't get your regular life straight. You can't get your mind right. You understand that? Tell me how you gonna get your mind right. Intellect will get the minds right of our people. A lot of our people are not going to agree with that because those 9 times out of 10 the people who don't agree with this message, you are of the educated and the conscious. And on this goddamn show, that's really not a compliment. It's a sad state because you serve no one other than yourself. You impress no one other than yourself. You talk amongst a bunch of people who serve no purpose. You're focused on the past and the present when you should be focused on the future. No, our people ain't got no plan for the future. Our people are not thinking about the future. They thinking about now. When you get down to it, you see the majority of our people who are claiming to be intellectuals, you understand, are not in tune with anything other than what the white man taught them. They love to pose in these pictures with holding books because they think that makes them look intelligent. You understand that? Natural intelligence is sparked upon focusing your thoughts outward. I said to people in religion, you want to connect to something higher, stop praying and start thinking. Because you black men and black women don't think. You just do things. You just react. You don't act. You don't think and you don't act. You react. That's it. The word intelligent or intellectual, a lot of people think, that came from the white man. How you using these words, brother? It came from the white man. The word intellectual or intel. No, it didn't. No, it did not. I said, and I broke down the word intel. You can see the word tell going all the way back to the ancient Hebrew, going back to the word El, going back to the Sumerian. You see all these words going back in ancient languages, and they trace back to us. En, all that traces back to us. I said that your so-called English language is nothing but a continuous language that's continuing and evolving into something else. Ever since man started to utter words and women started to utter words, those were languages that were supposed to be evolving into something else, meanings and things that were supposed to be evolving into something else. You see in the white man's dollar bills, he uses the name Anu. He uses the word Anuit, which is another way of him saying Anu or God, which came from the Sumerians. So it's a continuous thing. He didn't create anything.
A lot of our people, that's what the educated people, a lot of educated niggas sit up here and say, oh, you talking about the white man, but, he created Facebook, he created computer. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But your education would tell you so. He just followed a blueprint. He put something together based on blueprints that were generated into his head, based on intelligence that he was fed. He did nothing on his own. If it was left up to mankind to do things on their own, he'd still be in a cave scratching his ass. And he tells you all the time that he had an evolutionary jump. He had a mental jump. But you black people don't get it. There's a reason his satellites are out in space. Everything has a reason. But this goes over the head of the people who are conscious and those who are educated, because you still believe in him. You were trained like good slaves. You believe in him. You believe the hype. You defer to him. He is your authority. You accept his definitions. I had two people on Facebook pull out when I was talking about the natural and I'm going to do a broadcast on real love between men and women, probably Wednesday. I had two people when I was talking about fostering, because a sister was telling me about nurturing, and I said no, and she said men should be nurturing. I said men by nature are not nurturing. I said men are fostering, but not nurturing. And she asked, well, I said men are the strength, and they are the support of a woman and his children. The women's job is to nurture. So she wouldn't accept that. She said, oh, you wouldn't, what's wrong with a man running the bath with his woman and rubbing her feet and doing all this, that, and third? I said, y'all really don't want that. I said, women want a man I said, a man that nurtures a woman ends up being a mangina. But a man who fosters a woman ends up being her husband and her lover. They want a strong man who can support, protect, and give a strong, reassuring, sentimental guide to in their direction. That's what they need. That's what women crave. Those are real men. But in this society, the white man, he tells you that men can be nurturers just like women. That's why you got niggas in the so-called conscious movement talking about men breastfeeding. You understand that? The roles are off. That's why you have a masculine energy and a feminine energy. You understand that? But like I said, in this society, when you let things be defined and you get your education from the white man by his books, and he telling you that it's okay for a man to be nurturing and things like that, you accept it because it came from the white man. When we know, and I told the sister, I said fostering something because she broke into the sister, and another brother on the thing broke into the definition of fostering, and they started reading the definition. I said, I don't give a damn about no definition of the word fostering. I know what I'm saying. You understand that? I know exactly what I'm saying. I said women are supposed to nurture. Men are supposed to foster. I said it translates, it comes across to you as nurturing because you're a woman. But if a man, if it does come across as fostering and you don't know the difference and it comes across as nurturing, then you ain't got a real man. You got a male. You understand? That's why I said you got women who end up making men their manginas. That guy they talk to who will never go to bed with them, never be with them. They ain't thinking about him like that. He like a man with a vagina. And then you got the men who foster, the strong men who foster. You don't got that many of them in these days and times. So she goes after the thug because she believes that's the guy who has got the strength, but he doesn't really foster. But he gives some kind of strong support. So it's supposed to be a combining of the two. But as I said, they read the definition of the white man. This is the same white man that says homosexuality is okay, but hey, that's your thing. You understand? That's your thing. This is what the educated do. They spit out everything that's given to them in this society by information because they're not thinking on their own. When you get them in a point where they got to think on their own, you ask them to use their natural intelligence, they can't do it. They can't do it. They are stuck. You understand? They're stuck on stupid. I got that 1,000 times already. I ask people stuff, and I just using that natural intelligence. And I've been in debates with the educated and the conscious.
left them stuck on stupid. Why? And I'm not trying to brag about it. It's just that I know, when I make assertions like this concerning intelligence, the difference between intelligence, education, and consciousness, I had to be in these things with people. I had to be in these interactions with people in order to come to these conclusions. You understand that? That these people are stuck in time warps, that these educated people are stuck in the past, that these conscious people are stuck in the present, and the intelligent people are moving constantly into the future. You should strive for intelligence. We teach that in the state of mental. We are about enhancing the intelligence of our people through the knowledge of intellect. That's the evolution of our people, the mental evolution of our people. We're not interested in educating you on slavery, and we're not talking about that. We don't care about it. We know about it. Yeah. We're not interested in what's going on in the present day. We're interested in the future. That's what we're doing in the Supermen, Superwomen project. We totally untangle your mind. We totally untangle. We totally we separate the line from the circle. That's all I'm going to tell you. We separate the line from the circle. It's time for our people to get their heads right, the intelligent ones of our people. You people in the educated thing, you people are still going to be, y'all going to be where y'all going to be. Y'all going to be stuck in the past. You understand? Now, you can move. Some of them can try. Some of our intelligent people are stuck amongst the educated people, and some of them will gradually move out of that. You understand? They're going to move out of that. They're going to realize the difference. So this broadcast is for them, because you're amongst the educated, and sometimes you think that the three are the same. You think the educated people are intelligent, and they're not. It doesn't take any intelligence to repeat something somebody told you. That's what the educated people do. They just repeating what they learned from the white man out of his books. You understand? He's their authority. He's their author. They run right to the book, just like the people in their group. They ran right to the book. And I'm explaining to them masculine and feminine energy. I'm like, damn, you need the white man that resonate, that you can't just like go off of your own intelligence and tell me what you think. You need the white man. You got to go in a book and read a definition for me from the damn white man. He don't even have enough sense to call a book a definitionary. He's calling it a dictionary. Dr. York pointed that out one time. It's supposed to be called a definitionary, not a dictionary. That has nothing to really do with diction. It's very little to do with pronunciation. It has to do with defining words. It should be called a definitionary. But this the person you listen to. It's the same person to tell you, oh, it's okay for to have sex with animals. These are the people that you're listening to. You understand? Because you won't think on your own. Because you can't. Majority of our people they can't think on their own now, or they don't want to. They're afraid. You understand? They need his facts and his made up information, and they accept it as real. They repeat it like parrots, like good slaves. Harriet Tubman was intelligent because she was in tune. She was a future thinker. That's why she did what she did. She grabbed her gun, busted her gun, and something led them people out of bondage. But the niggas that stayed on the plantation, those was educated niggas. Those was the niggas after slavery was over. The white man got, he got with some of them, because some of the kids was his slave children. He got with them, and they formed a lot of these black colleges. They gave endowments to these black colleges, to educate you Negroes in the new world. That's really what they did it for, to educate you. And a lot of our people went into these colleges and they came out, like I said, a bunch of handkerchief head niggas. Right? That's why a lot of you accepted Malcolm X. You accepted Malcolm X because he sounded educated. Wasn't intelligent. He was educated. He educated himself. He was conscious. But how you know he wasn't intelligent is because of what he did. How he went and made the speech about Kennedy and talked about Kennedy, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, saw that wouldn't be a smart thing to do for the future of the nation. See, an intelligent man sees the bigger picture and maneuvers and operates based on that. He knew that was not going to be an intelligent thing. He was thinking for the future of the Nation of Islam. That's what intelligent people do. Malcolm X, he was going off of emotion. You understand? He was thinking about himself. He was caught in the moment. As I see the conscious, the people who are in the present. He didn't think about the future and what that remark held. And then somebody had played something where Malcolm X was apologizing to Elijah Muhammad for all the things he said and did, because he realized you think that old man was stupid because he wasn't well spoken, but he was very intelligent, very intelligent. You know, like I said, black people, they look at the shallow things. They look at the person who's well spoken, but they're not looking at what they're saying. See, you could tell niggas, if you say it well enough, you could sell niggas anything, especially the damn white man. He can sell you anything as long as he say it enough and use big words, or so-called big words that you don't understand. It's not really big words; it's just words you don't understand. He can sell you anything. He can tell you anything. That's how that works. You understand? You know. But this is the mindset of our people. The ones of our people who will be in tune, the ones of our people who will zoom in and zone in and tune into a higher state, those will be the people, because I said there has been no movement that in this society that's based on intelligence amongst black people. There has been none. Everything that was based on, every organizational movement was based on culture, based on religion, based on consciousness or history and whatnot. Nothing based on intelligence. Nothing based on enhancing our intelligence until now. In the state of mental, the mentalians, the intellectuals, the mentalists. Go to the som.info. You understand? Go to the som.info. Like I said, all these things, like I said, these people who talk about in the past and worrying about what's going on in the past, like I said, y'all are very educated people. Y'all educated. Y'all educated on history. Well, we don't need no educated niggas on history. We don't need nobody walking around with a headdress and walking around in robes today. Those are escape artists. Those are people who can't deal with the present or deal with the future. They can't deal with the thought of the future. So they stay tucked neatly into the past and the present. The future people are your trailblazers. Those of us who are in tune, the messages that will generate into your heads, into your minds, will be generated by your future progeny. They will produce messages in your head as being part of your bloodline. They will send messages into this present state from the future. We have always been future people. The intelligent people resonate or register in this realm as future people, meaning that you could come into any state and you'll always know the future person when you see them. Because you know the future person because it'll just be something different about them. You know that you'll just see words like they're different. Those are futuristic people that are walking amongst you in the present. People that their thoughts are constantly in motion. They move on a blue light. Blue is the fastest moving color in the spectrum. Their thoughts move on a blue light. You'll see them, and they will always resonate or wear some sort of blue. And I'm not saying that because a lot of these conscious niggas will put on blue now. You niggas, like I say, y'all, if y'all still dealing with history, if you still dealing with Anu and Inky and all that other stuff from the past, y'all educated niggas. Y'all educated. If you still worrying about what's going on with David Icke and the conscious and the conspiracy thing, then y'all conscious niggas. You know, y'all been checked already. The intelligent, that's infinite possibilities bringing in things. Like I said, this was the difference between what we was doing in the state of mental. This is a future intelligence community. There's never been a future intelligence community, nor has there ever been any black man teaching future knowledge. None. Unless it was, and those who did, they was teaching it from the white man, so therefore it wasn't really future knowledge. It was present knowledge that was masqueraded as future knowledge. That's the difference. You understand that? So you guys that keep talking about the present, about this prison camps and the chip, that's present knowledge. That's present day stuff. So the white man ain't got no problem selling that to you in books or even making movies out of it and cashing in on it. A lot of you guys, a lot of our people still caught up on money, right? The thing of being caught up on money and desire. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having money, but that is the thinking of an educated person and a conscious person. I tell you, by the end of this goddamn radio broadcast, you're gonna really despise those terminologies, conscious and educated. You're going to want to move away from them. But don't just call yourself intelligent just because you want to sound deep and heavy, because 9 times out of 10 you're not. Because if all you have to answer to, because I've been in groups on Facebook where I've initiated intelligent conversation, and when I say intelligent conversation, I don't mean based on what the damn white man is talking about. That's not intelligence. That's educated conversation and conscious talk that they do. I'm talking about intelligent conversation, introducing terminologies, introducing ways of thinking that are not in use until I brought them in, until I became that vessel or that instrument to bring in these levels of intelligence or this higher intelligence. I've initiated it and I left our people stuck. And I did that purposely, not as a thing of being ego-driven, but it was a way to boost the intelligence of our people, to speed it up. That's the whole point of introducing higher intelligence, introducing future thought to our people, to speed it up. It is time for our people to evolve mentally. You should not, in this goddamn day, still be talking about Jesus, Nimrod, Samaris, Diana, whoever, Dirty Diana, Jesus. You should not be talking about that. Or Egypt or Africa or all that's over. Done. Stop trying to make that relevant. If you niggas still trying to make that relevant in this day, Jesus and Christ and Islam and Moorish science, y'all niggas still trying to make that relevant, you are of the conscious and the educated. You dragging back the people. So blast out this message where it's supposed to pull the intelligent out. The intelligent are in tune. They will be magnified. Their intelligence will be magnified. Their thoughts will become faster. It'll be resonating in a blue light, blue frequency. Right? Blue frequency. Why? Because blue is the fastest moving color. If you look up back I'm just going back for a second in Egypt. For a second. You see where Anu, and I should say Amen was always blue. Why was Amen blue in Egypt? Why does the white man talk about blue bloods? Why is blue such an important color in the society? Because they got that from us, and blue represents intelligence. It represents royalty. It represents future thinking. That's what blue represents, the fastest moving color in the spectrum. You understand that? That's what blue represents. That blue light. They talked about that in different stages of the sun. They talked about what it actually, breaking it down, the blue represented. The blue represented water, and it also represented universe. See, the universe is not actually black, it's blue. The light shines off the waters, all on different planets, and that gives that blue appearance. The universe is blue. It is a violet blue, not black. See, the universe represents higher intelligence because light exists in that blue darkness or that blue space to constantly expand. And if light exists in that blue space or that blue boundless space to expand, then blue would, of course, be the fastest moving color. Blue would, of course, be that color in which intelligence expands. Light expands in the blue space, which is the universe. One space. The word una means one. Blue space, not black. We'll be right back. Do you know why when you graduate from college or university or high school, whatever, you know why they put the graduation cap on your head, why it's shaped in a square? Because that square represents the box that you're going to be thinking in for the rest of your life. The box that they're going to educate you in when they train you. That's why they do that. That represents that you will be put in a box. That you will follow
and obey their orders, that you will think like them, that you will be conformed like them. That's why they do that. They want you in a conformed state, compressed. They want your zest for enhancing your intelligence dull. In the Masonic Lodge, notice their colors are blue. Why? Because they consider themselves to be intelligent people, society builders, world builders, and people who think like that can only be people who think into the future. They understand that the universe is boundless, just as your intelligence should be boundless. Your light, we are the light. We are the real light in the universe that is expanding the universe, which I said is blue, not black. That's why if you look on the State of Intel flag, we changed the black background to blue, to a universal background where you see the universe is blue. That's the real knowledge on our flag in the State of Intel. That symbol you see with the lightning, with the red and the blue background, that's the State of Intel flag. That's our flag. That's the flag of the mentalists, the new flag in this day and time for the elect, the real 144,000, the mentallectuals. The mentallectuals. And you can only be mentallectual and mentalist as a member of the State of Intel. That flag belongs to us. So when these niggas and those educated niggas and conscious niggas talk about there's nothing new under the sun, now it is. Now it is. See, only educated and conscious people would say things like that because they're not in tune with anything. Intelligent people are in tune beyond the sun and receive their knowledge by way of light messages, bright messages through the sun's rays. And that light is constantly expanding in the blue universe. One versus all encompassing in one. This is mentellect. This is the knowledge of the State of Intel. The Supermen, Superwomen Project will be taking place on the 24th of June, Sunday, June 24th. We will be speaking on the knowledge of mentellect in Brooklyn, New York, 1368 Fulton Street, Bed-Stuy Restoration Plaza, 3rd floor, 3 p.m. Those who are interested, you can go to the State of Intel's Facebook page, State of Intel Supermen, Superwoman Project. Maybe one of the sisters will put the number up in the chat room. And we're moving forward. The intelligent are moving forward. We're not focused on the things that these people in the educated, in the conscious are thinking about. We're moving beyond them. We are tuning in to an intelligent light that resides within us, the ones of our people who are of the elect. These Negroes that still want to talk about Jesus and Muhammad and Islam and Africa and all that, we're moving beyond that. We don't entertain that. You understand? We're not entertaining madness about what's going on with the secret societies and the Bilderberg group. We don't give a damn what they doing. We don't care what they talking about. We don't care what they mean. We don't care. Doesn't matter. These people don't matter. They mean as much to us as the niggas on the street with their pants hanging off their ass. We're moving on, the intelligent ones of our people, the bright race. We're moving on out of the black race. Because the black race, as I said, they're stuck on stupid, a.k.a. a.k.a. education and consciousness. They're not here to enhance the intelligence of the people. I said to the sister, I said, these people today, your educated and conscious people who pushing their degrees and talking about how they were educated here and that they read these books and whatnot, they're not interested in enhancing the intelligence of my people. They are interested in keeping you bound in that box by those goddamn caps on their head that they had when they graduated. They took a solemn oath or a silent oath or an unconscious oath to lock you into that box with them, that box of foolishness. They took an oath to lock you into that box of foolishness When they put those graduation caps on that head, that square represents a box. That's the white man's version of a dunce cap. Notice the people who was wearing the fezzes, when our people were wearing it, the fezzes shot straight up in the air. They wasn't boxed. That represented an antenna, frequency, intelligence. You understand that? The blue space light, that blue space in which light moves through constantly, travels through quickly, is where your intelligence will constantly come. It is where your future progeny will produce and manifest and constantly manifest and send future intelligence into this present state. You are supposed to resonate as a future being, or as an intelligent person. You are supposed to resonate as a future thinker, because what do the future people do? The future people blaze the trail, do they not? All the people that you consider to be intelligent who lived on the planet, who lived in society, they were people that blazed trails. Barry Gordy, Elijah Muhammad, Dr. York. You understand? John H. Johnson. What's the guy's name? The Facebook kid, and Bill Gates. Trailblazers, pioneers. These are the people that you consider to be intelligent, the supermen. You got a few of the white boys, they got a little bit of it in them. John D. Rockefeller in them. You got a few of them. These are the people that are considered intelligent, the trailblazers, the people who thought about the future, the people who think about the next generation. Black people don't think like that. You niggas trying to get paid. You trying to get you hooked up all on money because you don't fell for the materialism, the beast dangling in front of your goddamn face. You make that the end all be all. I'm just about my paper. I'm trying to get my paper. But yet you niggas never have money. You niggas always broke. You niggas always talking this crap about, oh yeah, I'm about my paper. I'm going to school for business. You niggas ain't never got money. See, it's the people that focus beyond that. Those are the people that get the money. Those are the people that they think on a bigger level. People like John D. Rockefeller, Elijah Muhammad, people like that. You understand? Those are the people that thought on a bigger level. It wasn't about money. They thought on a much bigger level. So I tell people, don't come putting no goddamn money on my page, man. Don't put no money on my page and try to get me to fold. I don't give a goddamn about the money. I'm not saying money's not important. You don't need to utilize it, but I'm not focused on money. I'm focused on something bigger than money. Money will come from the bigger focus, not the money. You niggas love money, but that's how you were educated. You understand? The people of the past and the present are infected with that mentality. That's why you niggas, the so-called conscious, y'all, like I said, with the Nike sneakers and the baseball cap. But wait a minute, I thought you was conscious. You hate the white man. You wearing African dashikis and stuff. Yeah, right. Right. That's just your costume you put on. Right? Like I said, to the educated people and to the conscious people, they're not going to get this. It's not for you. Because you stuck. This is not for you. It's going to sound, the frequency is going to sound weird. And it's going to sound like, well, what is he talking about? He didn't break it down. I broke it down for you. You didn't hear it. I'll say it again for those who are a little slow. The educated ones are focused on the past. The conscious people are trained in the present. And the intelligent ones independently think in the future. I said that the educated people and the conscious people are low-grade receivers. I said all three are receivers. I said the educated, the intelligent, and the conscious are all receivers of intelligence, or all receivers of knowledge. You got the conscious and the educated who are low-grade receivers. They only can receive knowledge that is from mankind, that's man-made, from the white man. Artificial knowledge. They can only process artificial knowledge. They are low-grade receivers, low-grade rays. And then you got the intelligent who can process high frequencies of intelligence. That's why the white man takes them. Ben Carson. You understand? He takes people like that. George Washington Carver. You understand? He takes people like that whose brains can can pull in magnetically pull in light intelligence or light knowledge or bright intelligence. You understand? And spit it back out. Those are great receivers. Just like the white man, his interests, the ones that be the powers that be, their interest in diamonds and things like that and crystals is not for like what niggas is when they wouldn't just wear it. It is to pass light through. They're great reflectors. You understand? Conductors. The intelligent people are high-end receivers. They receive beyond what mankind puts out. They have more brain capacity. They have more space to fill in the blank. They're constantly making themselves blank so they can fill in with higher intelligence, with those who have been educated and conscious cannot, because they are filled up already. They have been filled up already. They are low-grade frequencies or low-grade receivers. You have your high-grade receivers and you have your low-grade. The intelligent ones are high-grade receivers. They think on a higher level. They receive on a higher level. They receive knowledge on a higher level, which is from the future. All higher knowledge comes from the future. I said that knowledge, intelligence, streams its way into this atmosphere by way of light that's constantly passing through this atmosphere. And on that light is messages. Messages of future invention, future knowledge, and is coming through to be picked up by those who are in tune. That's what the whole point is. When you see that person who has a person who may have gets an inspiration or who you consider a genius, that person was a high grade receiver. That person received higher intelligence versus those people who went and tried to cheat and artificially receive education and consciousness to appear as intelligent when they were not. Because you take them anywhere outside of their box, you take them anywhere beyond their education or what they've learned in their educational studies or in their conscious studies, they're lost. They're lost. They cannot have a conversation outside of their educational studies. I've done it. I've done it. Just to prove what I'm saying. I've done it. I've had conversations with these people. I've had conversations with PhD niggas. I've had conversations with so-called conscious people. Dense. Took them past their state, took them out of their box. And they were lost. Because, like I said, their whole thing and the majority of how you control and keep this planet in control is by getting people to think in a box. And like I said, when you graduate from these universities, they put that graduation cap on your head with that square on top of it represents the box that you're going to be thinking in. The box that they're going to put you out in. Same way they package and process things in a boxing and shipping plant, and on the conveyor belt, like what your colleges are, conveyor belts, they roll you in the front door of the damn college and put you out in 4 years in a box. You've been educated. You're an educated nigga now. You know? You're educated. You didn't come there for technical knowledge. See, the intelligent people go to universities and colleges for technical knowledge. Like I said, medicine, law, science, real things that can be utilized. They're not stupid. They're not going to go and take out a goddamn loan for business course or a damn psychology or some philosophy or some BS or some black studies or some nigga nonsense. They're not going to do that. They're going to go and get the work. They're going to get the best for what their money can buy. They're going to buy the best intelligence. They're going to buy the best intel that their money can get. They're there to enhance their intelligence.
That's the difference. Like I said, again, for those of you tuned in late, those people who go to college and take up medicine, law, science, things of that nature, architecture, agricultural engineering, things like that, nursing, those people that are there to enhance their intelligence. They're not there like you niggas are to get a degree so you can come off and be educated, so you can gain an education. You know, we gave the beast an education by way of the laws in the Bible. We gave him an education. Why did we give him an education? To keep him civil, so he wouldn't act like a savage. Same way he gives you an education today, he flipped it around on you, so he can so-called civilize you, and i.e. get you thinking like he is in a limited way. That's the whole point of this. Blue universe, blue light, advanced thinking, intelligence. A lot of our people are not going to get this. It's not for all our people. I said, I'm not here to teach knowledge to the black race. I'm here to teach knowledge to the bright race who are amongst the black race. Those of you who are not locked in by black, red, and green. Notice they push that black on our people. The reason they push that whole thing, why are they pushing black on our people when none of our people are clearly not black? Why are they doing that? You ever thought about that? Notice the conscious niggas push that black, red, and green. They push black on us. Why? We're clearly not black. Nobody's black. You understand? What does that really mean? Why do they push that? Is it something from the educational system? Didn't the educational system teach that we came from dark Africa and black Africa? That's what they refer to. White men refer to Africa as black Africa. We not black. We brown. We beige. So why are we so connected with this black thing? This color black, or this state of blackness or darkness? Why do these conscious niggas push that, and these educated niggas push that heavily on our people? Because that's a way to keep us in a certain state of thinking? Could it be? I mean, think about it. What does darkness represent? Yeah, it's the opposite of light. Think about that. They don't want you to see. They don't want you to be intelligent. They want you to be educated. They want you to be conscious. Black consciousness. They want you not to see. How did the conscious people con you? By keeping you blind, by telling you things that you think, by fooling you. Right? They will, of course, push a black doctrine. Right? They will, of course, push the color black and tell you black, and y'all niggas fall for that. Our people just fall for that. You eat it up. Black power. What the hell does that mean? What does that really mean? Darkness represents ignorance. You can't see in the dark. You need light to see in the dark. Darkness represents ignorance. But yet they attach that to y'all and try to get you to be proud of being ignorant. Aren't you niggas proud? Aren't they pushing being proud of being ignorant today? You niggas proud of walking around with their pants off their ass like monkeys. They proud of that. They proud of stupidity. These niggas stand up for stupidity today. That's done purposely. You don't see it? They want to push black power and being proud of being black, and you're not even black. But then myself, I come and I'm pushing bright knowledge. I'm pushing the bright race. That whole black thing kept us in slavery, mentally in slavery. Because what it told you was that you were the opposite end of the white race. They tell you the white is pure and clean and untouched, and black is foul and sullen and this, that, and the third, like they did in the Malcolm X thing they told you about black. But that's the education that you receive. You receive the education from the white man that you black, and these niggas are still pushing that you black when you clearly not black. So why are they trying to still connect you to black? You understand? Why are they still trying to do that? Red and green. Black, red, and green. Why are they still trying to connect you to the green? Why don't they want to, in ancient Egypt, when we was pharaohs and all this other stuff, they want to talk about history so much, our people was repping the blue. Hell, our people was repping the red. Our people was repping the gold or the yellow. That was our colors. Wasn't no goddamn red, black, and green. Where the hell they come with that from? But
That's an education that they received from the white man, because he said you came out of black Africa. Goes right back to that whole savage thing, where he'd rather teach you that you a savage African than a Nubian builder. That's your education. That's what your educated niggas teach you. That's the foolishness they teach you. Red, black, and green, brother. They got you niggas putting ankhs on top of red, black, and green flags like idiots. That's all a trick. That's all a trick to keep you in darkness by telling you black. That's all a trick to keep you in darkness, to keep you ignorant. You understand that? If these niggas talk, why, riddle me this. Why is it, if these niggas know so much about Egypt, why are they pushing red, black, and green? They wasn't pushing no red, black, and green in Egypt. They was talking about blue, that the priest of Amun wore red, blue, and gold. They didn't wear no goddamn, and they wore white robes and stuff, and white coverings. They didn't wear no black, red, and green. But it's funny, the white man got red, white, and blue in his flag and gold in the trimming. So it seemed like he jacked your natural color and gave you some false thing, and now you had niggas pushing this red, black, and green. You got these people selling red, black, and green armbands. You niggas going around telling people y'all black, and you clearly not black. Don't you understand what that really translates into when you say you're black? Why they wanted you to call yourselves black? Why they refer to you as Negroes and black? Because black represents ignorance. People who are in the darkness. People who can't see. And aren't the educated and the conscious living that out right now? Are they not living that out? Are they not the ignorant, the ones that are leading us in the darkness? Have they not led you in darkness? Why you think they movements never go anywhere? Because they're not designed to. When you tell people they black, when you educate them on being black, then the movement goes nowhere. But if you tell them, give them intelligence on being bright people, as the bright race, you understand? Then these people got infinite possibilities. You open up another door. You open up the mental plane. See, they don't want that. They don't want that. They want you focusing on being black, who light-skinned, who dark-skinned, and whatnot. Ain't nobody black. You understand that? Hell, it was a time where the white man called the East Indians black. Because black represents the opposite end of white. You understand that? They want you to, they'll never let you forget you black, because black you know what black translates to in their secret language? Ignorant. People in the darkness. And your black nigger leaders, your black bastard conscious leaders, they selling you that. They keep pushing red, black, and green on you. In the new millennium, these niggas are pushing red, black, and green, and they still got y'all falling for that? They still got you niggas eating that garbage up, that red, black, and green Ashe black power bull? They still got you talking about the red, black, and green, and you not even black. Unbelievable. You don't think these people are, they talk about agents, huh? Somebody sound like an agent to me. If you're going to talk about that paranoia, sound like agent talk to me. Even if you're not getting a check from the beast, you in league with him, you vibrate on that frequency, because he'll call you black too. He was calling you black, nigga, negro, all of it meant black. Then y'all just took it and y'all brought it in English and said, oh, we black people. You know? Not interested in black people. I don't do these. That's why I said that's what makes us different in the state of mental, this new millennium, this future intelligence group. We're not interested in black people. We're interested in bright people, because you are, the intelligent ones are the bright race. We are the people of light, the real light. The white man, the Illuminati, that's the false light. We the true light. We the pure light. Those who carry the solar plex. You understand? Those who are in darkness, because you allow these educated and conscious niggas to call you black. When they do that, they slow your intelligence down. You understand? They keep you in darkness. They keep you in a state of density. You understand? the planet. I said, our people, our identity that we revealing in the state of mental is not held by boundaries and borders. That's another way they box you in. When they tell you African, they telling you that you are housed in or boxed in by boundaries and borders. You understand? They telling you that you're limited. All of this is done purposely. Boxing you in by boundaries and borders. Limiting your intelligence. Hell, the white man don't do that. I told you, he goes all over the world. You understand? All these places where he's at and he's running is like offices to him. America is nothing but an office to him. That's all. The powers that be is America's an office. You niggas think it's a country. You think it's some place to inhabit. It's an office to him. He deals with universal on a universal thing. Now he's trying to go out of space. You niggas still talking about Africa and America, KKK. You know, they love when you niggas do that because it just shows how slow you are. That's why it was a time when you would educate, back in the day when you would try to educate your children. The Nation of Islam ran up against that back in the 30s and the 40s when they were setting up the universities of Islam. That they had the truant officer. They was like, oh, you know, they didn't want you to have the black kids, especially the black kids. They didn't want the black kids out of school. They sent the truant officer around. Why do you think they did that? Because they don't want you interrupting the governmental process. The mind control, keeping the people on a low frequency and a low vibration. They don't want you interrupting that. They don't want you interrupting that. They want you niggas educated. You understand? They want you educated. They want you to say you're black people. They want you to be Africans. They want you to be black. They want you to be conscious. They want you to be educated. They want you in school for stupid BS like business and for psychology and black studies and all kind of bull. But hell no, they don't want you in there for medicine. They don't want you in there studying neurology and breaking down and neurology and hematology and all kind of dealing with the blood and the brain and the heart. They don't want you doing that. They don't want you in there getting into the science of that, how the body works. They don't want you doing that. They want you studying philosophy and black studies and just being there to be educated niggas. They want you in there because they know you're going to be at their mercy. You're going to always need a job for them. You're going to always have to go to them for a job. They know you're going to always defer to them and they're going to always be your authority. They know that. That's why they want you niggas educated. They want you conscious. They love it. They don't want you. They want to make sure that the word intelligent and black don't go together. They don't. There's a reason why you don't hear intelligent and black going together. Only in the minds of the educated and conscious do them niggas think that go together, just like they think the Ankh and the red, black, and green flag go together. You understand? Two totally different states. Got a lot to teach my people, and y'all got a lot to learn. We got to open this thing up, man. It's a new millennium. We can't keep going with this nonsense. We can't keep going in this whole conscious, educated garbage. Black, red, and green, black people. That's over with, man. That's garbage. That's garbage knowledge. African American studies and all kind of bull. Black studies. Black studies translates as ignorant studies. And your so-called black history class, do they ever tell you that you was the ancient Kemites? Hell no, they don't do that. They ain't gonna do that. The African American studies thing goes like this: you was a slave, and you came here to America. That's it. You was in the jungles of Africa and you came to America. That's African American studies. And all the way up to Martin Luther King. That would be considered African American studies. That's the curriculum for African American studies. Anything beyond that, they ain't talking to you about. You understand? That's it. That's for you educated niggas. That's for you educated niggas who want some black studies and your Ashe black power niggas. That's for y'all. And red, black, and green. That's for y'all. And you conscious people. And y'all fall for that. I'm shaking my damn head. We're down to the last
5 minutes of the broadcast. Want to run through everything, make sure I touched everything. As I always do. Made sure I broke down the difference between the intelligent, the conscious, and educated. Those are 3 states of time, and you should try to be enhancing your intelligence, because that's future thinking. Conscious people think in the present, and educated people think in the past. The real intelligent people are the people who are in tune with the future, and that is our people in the state of mental today. We are focused on the future. People on Earth today, those are the intelligent people. Those are the ones who are focused on the future. You can't learn intelligence from a man. No man can no man can teach you intelligence. You can learn certain things that they know as far as technical that will enhance it, but no one can teach you or breed intelligence in you. It's either there, and you have to harness it and enhance it. The word intelligent did not come from the white man. It actually came from our people. The word tel meant hill or mountain, highest point. You understand? From the ancient Hebrew, the word el, tel, all that came from our people. N-E-N is spelled as E-N, meaning the Lord of. And I told you, educated really means to be trained, to train to think a certain way. It's not about enhancing your intelligence. You should be seeking intelligence in universities when you attend these universities and things like that. Technical knowledge is intelligence for you to seek. That's the intelligence you should be seeking in these colleges. I'm going to say it again. Studying medicine to become doctors, studying law to become lawyers, studying dentistry, studying architecture, studying nursing, studying agricultural engineering, becoming engineers. These are the things you should be studying, technical knowledge. These are the things that are going to enhance your intelligence, not that other BS that y'all been going to school for and getting degrees and just so you can be good citizen niggas. Instead of education, where did the conscious and educated receive their knowledge from? I said it straight. They said they received it from the white man. They received it from mankind to keep you ignorant. Keep you calling yourself black people. And I said the real intelligence is coming from the people in the future. And intelligence coming from the future is how the true people are going to survive in the future world. By intel, not by information, but by intel. Information will keep you thinking in a box, in a square, that same square that sits on your head after graduation. This is what the white man seeks always, intel for his future. We've come to the end of our broadcast. Join us again Wednesday night. I think we'll do a love show, since people were concerned and wanted to know about love and how love really plays in between men and women. We'll talk about that. I am the intellectual ᴜɪᴜ&ᴄᴏ&ᴜs. This has been State of Mental Radio. Good night.